So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. It is hump day. Time for the hump day grid. Tomorrow is Juneteenth, so I'm taking tomorrow and Friday off. And Thursday is also, tomorrow is also a German holiday. And I blush to say that I do not know which one it is. They have their fair share. Not any more or less, I don't think, than the United States does. But when they coincide with the day off, then you can't even get that day of shopping in because they're closed too, right? That's when we find ourselves shopping in train stations and gas stations, and yeah, restaurants are open. But Shotzi went to the wine place today, and she brought me this bottle of 2020 Spanish Gran Coronas. So this would be a 2020. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon from the Familia Torres, and on the nose, it is what you would expect. It's a 5-year-old wine. It is deep ruby red. Got a lovely lavender and platinum halo where the wine meets the crystal. It's just beautiful. Really, I think we might have a Bluetooth manufacturing device on our hands, though. This is such a deep red. But on the nose, it is just an explosion of that sun-kissed cassis and some berries. Wonderful stuff. And this might be better than the one that we had yesterday. Puts me in a big old smiling mood. This is just fabulous. No tannins. Such a smooth, soft finish. And it's just amazing. And again, one of these universal donors, but it's a dry red, but the fruit on the nose kind of gives the illusion that you're kind of having a Swedish wine. It really is almost dessert-like in its form. The way that kind of tricks you with the olfactory senses, right? Kind of makes me think of this as almost like I would describe it maybe as a Feinherb in German. Not too sweet, but not too dry. But oh yeah, no, I'm just saying, but because of the olfactory play, it's like it plays with my mind thinking that it's a sweet wine, but it's not at all. It's just so beautiful. And that's a keeper, which means it's a drinker, which means I won't be keeping it long. Fabulous wine. Well, thank you, Shotzi. That was very kind of you. I think around 15 euros. So certainly not a bank budget, but for a nice occasion, perhaps, right? Just if you find
Euro standards.
In Euro standards, yeah. I have no idea what that would be off the continent. When we're talking tariffs and everything else, I just have no idea. I really do shudder to think of what it's going to be like when I do travel back to the States in the fall to see everybody and what the wine prices are going to be. Oh, I might suffer sticker shock or something. So we have Wednesday, June 18th, construction ready by Eli Cotham, and I haven't seen his name as much. So, this should be fabulous. It's a hump day grid. It's really kind of crazy. But I can't call it a hump day grid when I'm doing the Guardian cryptic on Wednesdays because I think that might be an offensive term there. There's just certain things that, American slang versus British English, I don't think it really translates well. There's a lot of stuff. Like those, what do we wear in the United States? Like touristy people, the fanny packs. Don't say that in England. Don't even talk about the fanny packs. Because a fanny in England, well, I think that's, you would define that as a woman's whoosie, what's it?
It is in the States too.
Well, I don't know. I always thought fanny was what they spanked you. You got spanked on your butt in the United States. Your fanny was your butt.
It's spank your fanny.
Yeah. Well.
But I feel like I always knew it wasn't really my butt. Now it's kind of gross.
I don't think it's gross at all. Yeah, no. So, but yeah. So don't ever say that word there. But don't be offended if you hear the C word or anything else. It's just different. Culture's a little bit different. So, again, two nations separated by a common language. Let's hop into this grid, see what we got today. So, near and 4 letters. What do you think? Maybe warm, could be nigh. Boy, in some cases it could be soon, really. If you're thinking time and place. So, I don't know. Impossible. Okay, so. Ha 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 on April Fool's Day. Not so happy. Therefore, look bad. Okay, probably a leer or an ogle. So impossible. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe we gotta know something or not something. We gotta get something to get going. Not just my, could be our. John or Jane of anonymity. Well, what a clever way to say that. John or Jane of anonymity. How about the Doe family? ML Beer in a blue and orange uniform. Well, I guess it would be a New York Met. So this is probably then going to be no can do. So no can do. It might be swiped for cash, maybe an ATM card. A card. Carm. Anchor or heart. Maybe it could be a tattoo. I had a cadaver while I was an undergraduate, and I was doing kind of an advanced A&P study looking for a specific nerve for both this foot and ankle reconstructive surgeon and a neurologist at the same time. I found it, by the way. And it, like, literally, but I had this cadaver for a year, and like every weekend I was in there messing around with my cadaver. His name was Gene, Gene. He had a tattoo, and it was a heart with an anchor going through it, and it said Gene. So he was always Gene to me. Very strange thing to this day thinking about that year-long experience. So maybe ha 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 on April Fool's Day is I got you. But I'm killer when it comes to like anatomy and physiology trivia. Like I'm on it, because of Gene. So yeah, it was kind of fun. So offset as something on a scale, maybe counterbalance. Maybe just by the very definition, we would be looking at a counterbalance. And I think the thing about going to cadaver lab though, like the first couple of weekends, you're just kind of like sick to your stomach, and you smell this horrible phenolatum in the air. It's like this horrible phenol type smell, and but then after about a month or so, you're like ordering pizza, and then the dude comes to the lab and he's like freaking out. Like, oh no, it's just Gene. Anyway, I think we got ourselves an ogle here. Anyway, well, thank you, Gene, for all the knowledge you gave me. Near could be nigh. Okay, so therefore could be hence. I had ergo somehow in my head spelled in French, so I did. Fashions Jimmy, whose surname aptly rhymes with shoe. We're talking about a chew. Oscar winner inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was about to just say Cher. I was clear that that's who this was going to be. What's rounded up in a roundup could be herd or weeds. Earth or sun, for example, would be an orb. Okay, we got a really nice, not his, could be hers. And home to the oldest Buddhist temple in Japan. Oh, and also the place that makes the finest cutting shears on the planet, Osaka. So, org, that was a frequent James Bond foe. Okay, probably the KGB, LGBT. So then we've got gad about at a banquet. We got this AB. Is this a table? North Carolina athlete would be a Tar Heel. This is a great, nice little gated, not too challenging Wednesday. This would be good for our beginners to step away from those Monday, Tuesday confinements, right? Spread out there. Get something going on a day that's not a Monday or Tuesday, right? So kind of fun. So I'm thinking we're going to be doing a little bit of table hopping. And I guess that's the thing. I didn't know. Likely to. How about liable? I honestly don't really think I ever put much thought into that phrase. I always thought it was just something that maybe rural people, I'm liable to. And I was just like, well, I don't know if that's a good thing to say or not. Seals.org. How about the USN to start? If not, Squeak. If it was a Friday, it would be like the American, Zoological Association. I have no idea, but I'm going to go with the Navy today. Squeak remover could be lube, and then we've got what? We got wine god of myth. Myth. I talk to Bacchus every night. House with a long unmowed lawn. And I guess that would be an eyesore, which is clever. So I think we're going to go to the Aviation Museum tomorrow. And if so, I think I'm going to take my stuff and maybe solve there. And we'll have a later lunch before we drive back. That might be fun. Month setting. How about Central Savings Time? Decorated as a house for Halloween. Decorated. Okay. Yeah. TP'd. Okay. Sure. Job security for some. Maybe tenure. And roadways for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough. And okay. The Simpsons shopkeeper, and I think that's Apu. The last Simpsons episode I watched was, I think, in 1990. But the crossword has kept me fairly abreast of what's going on with Ned and Moe and all of that. Yeah, Smithers. Bite at a bar. How about a tapa? That just doesn't look right by itself, does it? It looks weird, tapa. Mind-boggling designs could be op art. Ruling title that dates back to the Byzantine Empire would be a czar. And let's see, what a handshake may lead to. Maybe a pact. And rely on the hospitality of friends for lodging could be to couch surf. And I tell all of our friends and family, well, you're going to come to Europe. I mean, just stay here. Use it as your base. Stay on the couch. But we got a bedroom if you want to use it. We got one of those extras. A couple of them. Verbal hesitation. So maybe ums or uhs. I don't know. Sentiment on Dia de San Valentin. And so te llamo maybe. Talk about Valentine's Day in Spanish. So verbal hesitations. We got ums. And chopper parts. And I got an RO, so I'm going to put in rotors. And see what that gives us here. Now we have an erstwhile. Hits the pubs. Hit the pubs. So maybe bar crawl. We had a table hop. Now we're going to do maybe a bar crawl. We'll check it, of course. Sound of a point sailing over someone's head.
Wish.
Yeah, but a point? I guess I'm trying to...
Like a dart,
Maybe? Yeah. Whoosh. I mean, I don't know. Well, if it was a swoosh, it would be the sound of a $25 logo flying over your head. Can you believe this? All Nike paid for that? Long way to go. Long way to go. Go what? Okay. Pokes in the ring. Okay. Pokes in the ring. Wow. Okay. Star Wars species on Tatooine. I'm probably talking about the Jawa. Course that may follow trig. How about calculus? 2019 Brad Pitt sci-fi thriller. Was it really a thriller? I don't know. Ad Astra. To the stars. Oh. I don't care what the cost. Worth it. I hope. I mean, after they make such a big production of it, it'd be kind of embarrassing if it wasn't. Worth it. Either way, I guess it was worth it. To put in worth it. And short first step. Maybe A to B. It's not you, it's me. Oh, yeah, okay. Be an ego. Oh, don't you just love that though, you know? I don't know, it's not you, it's me. I gotta work on me. Just gotta work on me. Okay, go right ahead. Capital on the Baltic Sea. How about Riga? Okay, so Brewer Coors. Wow, that name fell out of popularity sometime around 1945. Like a house built in a day, say. Maybe prefab? Doesn't sound very sturdy to me, unless you're building it out of concrete. Mr. Blue Sky Band, and now yellow is in my head. Long way to go, maybe the hall? The rainy day game for children whose play is punnily suggested by counterbalance, table hop, couch surf, and bar crawl, and I'm assuming we're going for the floor is lava. I don't know what was ever more irritating to me, whoever came up with floor is lava, or the Baby Shark song. Wow, did you have to do that? Was that necessary? Baby Shark, dude. Yeah, keeps them moving, you said? Gets them moving, got it. Went through channels, maybe swam. If you have not read the short story, The Swimmer by John Cheever, it's a good one. But it's got a movie made after it too. I think it came out in 1968. It's The Swimmer. He literally swims through every swimming pool in his country club on his way from wherever he started back home. It's, yeah. You owe me! But The Swimmer, fantastic movie. It really is. In fact, we might watch that tonight if I'm hearing that in my Shotzi's voice. Takes up as some new pants, maybe hems. Small amount of whiskey would be a dram, perhaps. Goals. Rims, maybe? Aims, okay, got it. So, I guess we got a dare not. So be afraid to dare not. Eudora Welty. Pennsylvania city or its county, and this would be York. And medicinal name in the shampoo aisle, yes, T-Joe. Oh, you smell that stuff. The first one was delivered in 1984. So we've got a talk here. Do you think it was a TED Talk in 84? That's kind of cool. I wonder if they filmed it. Let's see if it is. Card. Could be a wit. Freeze up. Maybe ice over. Had. Maybe owned. UN. Wanna go. Perfect serve would be an ace. And as long as I didn't fat finger something, I feel pretty good about it all. How'd we do, Bob? You know, I mean, really, this was just there was really nothing about this grid that was really all that challenging, but it had a lot of really clever stuff in it. I wasn't sure about glummer, you know. I don't think I would ever use that word because I would feel like I was using the wrong word. More glumly. I don't know what I would say. I don't know. But some of these weren't like impossible, no can do. That seems like a catchphrase that would go to some other, you know, defining, you know, statement. Same thing with worth it down here. I don't care what the cost. You know, like, you know, money is no object, something like that. That's where my head was kind of going, right? You know, by any means, you know, necessary, so to speak, right? You know, like paying a ransom to get your favorite kid out, you know, versus, you know, bargaining with the bad kid, you know. Oh, well, you got Tommy, you know, I don't know. I mean, you can kind of keep him if you get what I mean, you know, kind of a thing. I don't know where I was really going in my head, but it wasn't there. Everything else, though, seemed to be really, really on it. But again, this is just about being really clever here. Worth it. No can do. Beautiful. Tapa was weird coming out of my mouth, I have to admit. Love seeing Cher getting recognized for her on-screen work. And yeah, Floor is Lava. Unfortunately, it just reminded me of Baby Shark. Do, 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 do. And then, yeah, oh gosh. Anyway. Beautiful grid today, Eli Cotham. Fantastic work. I mean, this is just phenomenal. I just really think this is a fantastic Wednesday grid. Kind of felt maybe challenge-wise, maybe on the level of a Tuesday, but in some spots maybe on a Thursday. So nice stuff. Let's bring down our Bannier Dad do, and we'll go ahead and call it a day. So again, Gran fabulous wine if you can get your hands on this. Beautiful label, just like yesterday, the gold foil emboss, right? You know, a lot of detail was put into this, including with the cork. The cork's just beautiful too. What a I mean, the words really don't have them for this. Just an orchestra on the palate and the senses, you know, just beautiful. And with that, until we see you tomorrow for the Thursday grid, maybe from the Aviation Museum. I don't know. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus, Grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. Be well. Be nice to strangers when at all possible. And stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.